everybody. Thanks for joining us on Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm Gretchen.
I'm Dave.
And today we are going to paint some of the minis from Wonder Woman Challenge of the Amazons by Ravensburger. So I'm going to actually show you the game, what's inside of it.
Woohoo!
I know. You actually get to see. You get to see
Excellent.
more than the minis.
More than just the minis.
Let's see if it'll...
I didn't make the farting
No,
sound.
It didn't make
That's
the funny
a shame.
sound. But, so we have... Oh my gosh, there's so much. There's artwork, guys. It's so pretty. So the artwork on it is definitely, like, very comic booky. Like, but, like, lovely. Like, I would put this on a wall.
Yep.
And it says it's ages 10 and up, 2 to 5 players, and 45 to 60 minutes of playtime required. Oh, wow. It's all Diana.
Is that the back of the game board?
It is, I believe. Yeah, it is. The other side's a map.
Right.
Who needs a map when you have Wonder Woman, Dave?
Exactly. I was going to say, like, maybe that's the hard mode. Playing on Diana is the hard mode. Oh, very cool.
All right. Am I going the right way? No, now I have to fold it all back up properly. Ha!
That was the plan.
Just to
Always
see
the
if I can
plan.
fold things correctly the right way again.
Yep.
Hey to everyone in the chat. I see Michael Harris,
Hello.
Keith, Thomas, Graham.
Sumkey is here as well. Hello, hello.
So it has all these tokens. It has the bad guys right here. I never know if I'm holding them in the right spot, and the answer is Leona knows. And will tell me. Minis, this is Artemis. And the other one is Philippus.
Cool.
So, and we have ours out. I'm going to be painting Diana. So I will get to paint Wonder Woman. And Dave, who are you painting today?
I am painting, I have the cards and the minis for Nubia and Mala. So we've got some fun things where we can talk about skin tones, and we can talk about hairstyles and different ways to get different colors.
Excellent.
So, should be fun.
I'm not going to go
excited.
through all the cards. There's so
You're not
many.
going to go through all the cards? No, each one
One
individually?
by one, like a tarot reading, a DC.
DC tarot reading.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I feel like I would pull like just the wrong cards for that. It's just the Joker every single time. But yeah. So
Excellent.
those are the same on each side.
Oh,
This is
Kat says, we get to talk about hair? LOL.
We do indeed, Kat. Welcome. Welcome,
well, I
Josh.
mean, look at all the
Hey,
ladies.
Rosa.
All the ladies here have beautiful locks of hair. Like
They do.
it is just gorgeous.
Yeah, I thought it would be fun to kind of talk about. They also have a decent amount of hair
They do.
to be able to
I mean-
actually detail.
And even the girls with shorter hair, like Philippa, and Nubia, like having locks or anything like that is going to be a good way to kind of talk about different ways of doing hair.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of minis all the time you see have different hairstyles.
This is true.
Or like different textures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Finding a curly-haired mini is
Less.
a rare thing.
Hey to everybody in the chat. Roger, Kat, Josh, Chris, Sumkey, Graham. If you're watching and you haven't said hi yet, go ahead and say hi.
Say hi. Indeed.
Also, Josh asked, when does this game release?
That's a good question, Leona.
The answer is, it's already out,
It's
actually.
already out.
Oh, that's a
So-
very good answer.
This game already exists in the world,
In the wild.
in the wild, and you can actually get it at your
Excellent.
friendly local game store. Oh, we have someone new
Oh.
on Twitch.
Hi, new Twitch friend.
Hello,
Excellent.
Sith Lord.
Arizona Sith Lord.
See, earlier
Facebook
when I
user?
swapped up all of my names of actors and accidentally said Mark Hamill instead of Henry Cavill,
Cavill, yep.
they're easily swappable. I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's just because I knew that there would be Siths coming to join us.
Hello, Dave.
Oh.
That's actually
Oh, it's
their
Dave
real
Hummel.
name.
Excellent. Hey, Dave.
Hummel.
How's
Is
it
that
going?
a friend?
Pardon?
A friend?
Yep.
A foe?
A friend. Yes. No, certainly not a nemesis or anything like that. Not one of my nemeses.
You have a lot of those, I'm sure. Just hiding out with paintbrushes.
You're sure?
Just ready. No.
You just said you have a lot of nemeses.
Yes,
I'm sure.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Dave
At
Taylor,
cons.
you are such a dick to people that not only one person considers you their nemesis,
I have lots of rivals.
multiple
apparently.
people that you have met in your many, many, many eons
You don't have
on this
fun.
planet.
You don't have like for fun nemesi.
Nemesi?
Yeah.
You know I like whimsy.
You don't just keep those around for the funsies.
No, I don't.
You got to get better. Cause like that's like the whole point.
You
You,
say I
have
should
to
do
have
that?
that rival. Got to have that person who's the Team Rocket to your Ash Ketchum.
Sure.
Pokemon reference.
Sure, just
Shout
throw out the... Just make me look old. Old. I am the old man of painting happy little minis. But we're fine. We're all good now.
Speaking of whimsy, have you? It's almost October. Are you prepared for the Halloween season, for the spooky season? Are you
Well,
ready?
No. I'm never prepared for Halloween. Never, ever, ever.
You're not gonna have a costume ready?
No.
I have a costume ready.
Once again, of course you have a costume ready. I know what it is too.
Anyone who follows me on any social media knows what I have ready.
It is an awesome costume, and you'll have to wear it in for the show.
I'll wear it in for the show.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. That will be fun.
The more mileage I get out of that costume, the better.
You should wear it every week.
Every
October.
week, just leading up to Halloween.
Yeah. Why not?
That sounds like a plan.
If I had the resources, I would wear a different costume every Thursday in October leading up
Right.
till Halloween.
I'll wear a different
I'll do
costume.
it.
All of them will be me.
I'll wear a costume and you'll never see it.
There we go. Once again, putting peer pressure on Dave.
I made you a costume last time.
Did you?
Yeah, I brought in a white t-shirt that said boo.
Oh, that's right.
You were a ghost.
I wore it.
You did.
Yes.
Graham, listen. You make your own love for Halloween, okay? I don't care if you're across the pond. That where you are doesn't count. It's about the spooky inside.
I
Gotta,
think he meant that like stores don't get into it.
yeah, but you know what that's called? That's called doing it yourself.
Doing it yourself. Exactly. You don't have to go trick-or-treating.
Yeah, you don't have to go trick-or-treating. Just buy a bunch of candy, sit at home, watch some scary movies, make some cocoa.
Hot
Do the
chocolate
costume.
In the UK.
Listen.
I'm just helping out here.
Oh, can you guys show us? Oh, hi, Dave. David, excuse me. Can you show us the art that you're basing your miniatures
Yes.
first off?
Sure.
And maybe talk a little bit about like the colors you're going to start with?
So, I am starting with kind of a mid-range skin tone. And Diana is based off of like Greek Amazons. So I'm going to try to give her a little bit of a tan, a little bit of olive undertones with that. We'll see if I'm successful. And then I am going to, for her hair, instead of just making it just jet black, I'm going to use a black But I'm also going to, I think, use some of that leftover violet ink that's super, super, super dark.
Okay.
And see if I can give it a very luscious kind of very. I don't want the violet to really show all the way through. I just want it to enhance that black so that it's not flat.
Okay.
Which I do a lot in watercolors for things that are supposed to be very dark. So we'll see if that works as well on miniatures as it does in watercolors to give kind of a richness. That's the word.
Right.
A richness to the color. So it's not just flat. And then I am going to use metallics for anything shiny.
Anything shiny. The rest of the shiny stuff. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I could probably get away with not using metallics on her shield and playing around with that, but no.
No? Go for the gold.
After
don't-
doing all the gemstones, I'm giving myself a rest.
Yeah, for sure. You don't have to go for the crazy thing every time.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd much rather focus on making sure her face and everything kind of come through as Diana.
Right.
I want her to have a very strong, beautiful appearance. Of course, a lot of her colors in this artwork and in the recent movie that came out are a lot more desaturated
Right. Yeah.
than what you typically see in some of the older comics. And I like that. I'll
Okay.
probably go with a little bit of a desaturation with a more brick red and navy blue because I personally think those look better.
I think that brick red, that darker red is better for a leather kind
Yeah.
of look. If you go with a bright red, you're back into the spandex kind of realm.
That's true.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with spandex. Don't get me wrong, but I think that deep red leather, dyed leather look is probably better for her.
I just think it looks a little bit more serious,
Yeah.
which I like that on my superheroes.
Sure. These just quickly. So there we go. So I have Nubia and Mala that I've started working on. I put down base coats on their flesh first. For Nubia, you can see on here, there's a lot of, basically her leathers are very sort of orangey brown, and she has a lot of sort of brass gold kind of accents on her metallics around her head and face there. It was just kind of an interesting color choice to go with. So there's a lot of warm colors on the palette here. On her sword, she's definitely got a lot of blue in there, and purple that cools it down a little bit, but there's not a lot of cool colors around the thing there. So, but we'll go with this anyway. And then Mala has obviously much paler skin. She's got kind of like a strawberry blonde hair. So that'll be fun to mess around with a little bit. And grays, blues, a little bit of purple mixed in with that, the gray there. I know that on her braces here, it does look very, very shiny and metallic, so I'm probably going to use the metal, like silver on there. But on her corset there, I probably won't go for a metallic. I'm going to keep it more of a burnished leather kind of look. So yeah, that should be fun. So base colors, charred brown for Nubia, that's what I've used there, and tan, for her game color tan for Mala. And now I'm going to move on to highlighting Nubia with some P3, wrong way, there we go, Idrian Flesh. So my friend Terry Latorco told me about Idrian Flesh as being a great highlight for darker skin tones. So
Also, hello to Zabiram, and hello to
hello,
Fall
Spider-Man.
Risk, and Spider-Man.
Excellent. Hi, guys.
Welcome to the stream. Kat was asking, does this mean we are officially calling October 29th a Halloween show? And it does.
Well, last time we dressed up and I brought cupcakes.
Yes.
So as long as you bring cupcakes, I
So
think
as long as I bring
We
cupcakes,
just need to bring
it's a
cupcakes.
party.
for sure.
I made them like mimic cupcakes last time. I'll have to figure out what I wanna do. You know what I have seen recently, which I think would be fun, is I have seen people make haunted gingerbread houses,
Okay,
which might be interesting if I can make them to miniature scale.
that could be good. Yeah.
I don't know, or I might just save that for Christmas.
Haunted.
Gingerbread dungeons.
Gingerbread dungeons. Yes.
Okay, so this means so last year Dave didn't bring a costume and I brought him a costume. This year he knows what my costume is.
Okay, I see what you're saying here.
So
So I should.
you
You're saying
should
I should
you
step
should
up
find a matching costume is what I'm
Oh, gosh.
saying.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll see what I can do. I'm not going to promise anything.
So, people in the chat, what have you been painting? Let us know.
Let us know indeed. Or let us know what you're going to be for Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Let us know what you're going to be for Halloween.
Well,
/ if you have children in your lives, what are they going to be?
What they can be. Exactly. My wife ordered a black light
Ooh, that's fun.
and a bunch of fluorescent tape, so that
Okay.
the girls can dress up in like black sort of outfits, black sweatshirts and pants, and put tape on to become
They're gonna be like stick figures.
stick figures. Yep, that can glow in the black light.
That's fun.
Yep.
I got my cat a shark costume, but he has outgrown it already.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, he's over 10 pounds now.
Oh my gosh.
My cat is a Maine Coon, so he's a baby one, so he's gonna be like 25 pounds of cat. And he is on his way. So no, he doesn't really fit into the Halloween costume anymore. But that's okay. He still tolerates it. And isn't that the most important thing? He just tolerates me.
Your cat tolerance.
He doesn't care about anything. Ooh, a lot of people have been painting D&D werewolves. Let's see. Been painting Reaper Thieves and Walking Dead stuff. See, we're getting into the spooky spirit.
Excellent. That's good.
Kat said it's the busiest time of year, so their orders are backing up like crazy.
Right. Well, that's good, right? I hope so. It's always tough when you've got a lot of things to do for a specific date, because you can't just get the world to push back Halloween
It's true.
for a couple of weeks. So, all the best for you over the next month, Kat. You'll be
Josh
busy,
Potter
busy, busy.
said, finished building my WGF gray coats and painting some of the stuff for Ralpartha Legacy. Studio Army.
Oh, the Studio Army and catalog. Nice. Very cool, Josh.
And some key says finished a Necron Ghost Arc.
Finally. Yes.
Are
yes.
those big?
Fun.
Are those big?
They end up being about this sort of size, so like half a loaf of bread. But there's so many parts to them. There's so much painting. There's not a lot of big flat surfaces. There's a lot of kind of ribs to it, I guess. So it's just a lot of work. So congratulations on finishing that. A lot of work there.
Congratulations. Spider-Man said, still chasing my white whale, trying to finish the last 8 models for Death May Die. Oh, before October.
Oh.
And then
What have
he's
you got?
going to do Orktober.
Oh, cool. October. That's cool.
That sounds fun.
The great thing about October is that there are so many different orcs for so many different game systems.
Never be bored.
Yeah. Getting something different all the time.
Jez Hunt said, Jez Hunt says, I'm painting armor.
Okay.
I got told my Famir Kickstarter from Kraken Games is getting shipped. So looking forward to painting those.
Oh, cool.
Are you
Excellent.
familiar with that Kickstarter?
I'm not familiar with the Kickstarter, but I am familiar with Famir. Famir are, as Jez says, they're monocular swampy boys. So they're crazy swamp-dwelling creatures from Games Workshop's past that have that are cyclopean, which has got the one eye. So
Also, Kat says, no sleep, just lots of naps.
right. Yep. No sleep till Brooklyn. Sorry.
It's a good.
Anybody says no sleep, that's immediately what I think of.
That's okay.
That's understandable.
Yep. Okay, so I'm not sure if we can see it on the. Let me get it. There we go. So you can see how that, using that Idrian flesh over the charred brown, is that really nice, almost glowing sort of skin look. So that's a highlight with a mix of the two, Idrian flesh and charred brown, and then just a highlight with the Idrian flesh. So I'll let that dry for a little bit, and then probably come back and mix in a little bit of, probably a little bit of ivory into the Idrian flesh, and do some of those final highlights on the face. And maybe the collarbones as well, because her collarbones are definitely very prominent there. Yeah, and I just realized as well I had forgotten to get her toes. It was Amazon sandals.
Not good for fighting.
Yep.
I would hate to fight in sandals.
I'm just wondering what OSHA would say.
I mean, I guess it's incentive to not mess up.
Right.
Like,
Ow! My toes!
Okay, there we go. So moving on to Mala. Oops, there we go. Back onto Mala. So I've got the tan there as the base for her, and I'm going to get some Ridden flesh from the P3 range, which is obviously a lot lighter. Much more pale. So again here, I'll probably do a mix of the two for a highlight, and then the Rin flesh, sort of straight red flesh for the final highlight. It should be good.
I'm trying to bring out Diana's muscles, but her hair is in the way.
Right.
Like, no. I want your biceps to look great, Diana.
Yep. One of the fun things here with Mala, it's going to be interesting when we get to painting it, is that on the miniature, so on the art card, her hair is quite wavy.
Mm-hmm.
You can see there. But on the miniature, it's quite a bit shaggier. So it's very, it's much more like a lion's mane. So that'll be interesting to paint. And start thinking the best ways to get those colours in there. Get that strawberry blonde kind of look. There we go. Excellent. Okay. Well, because we've been talking about Halloween already, It obviously means that I'm going to have to watch a lot more horror movies over
You
the
will.
next 3 or 4 weeks. But I've been watching, catching it in sort of snippets. Basically, when I finish painting for the night, and I go back up to the living room and lie down on the couch, I've been putting it on, and then I get to watch maybe 15 minutes of it before I fall asleep.
What have you been watching?
It's a movie called Alive, or #Alive.
Okay.
It's a Korean zombie movie.
I saw that.
Yeah?
Well, okay. I saw a commercial.
You saw a
I saw the
commercial for it?
trailer.
Okay. For a second there, I thought maybe you were going to spoil it for me. I've got about 20 minutes to go, so that's 1 or 2 more evenings before I...
So no spoilers
So
yet.
you're only watching it in
Yeah.
15-minute increments?
Well,
Before he falls asleep.
sometimes it's a little bit longer, but I can't guarantee more than 15 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
As we established earlier, I'm old. I need
Oh,
those
wow.
naps.
I've been missing the chat. Roger Moore says, still working on Scythe Heroes. Apparently the Famirs were in the old Hero Quest.
Oh, sorry, just trying to read along with you because my hearing is terrible.
And
Because you're old.
Was it Famirs in the old Hero Quest? I
Yep.
think there were.
Jez says yes.
Yeah. Right. Cool. And Roger's still working on the Scythe Heroes. 4 done. How many does that leave, Roger?
6?
Another 4.
Yeah. Oh, 4, yeah. Keith says, painted 2 units of BX droids for Legion. Finished up a wolves and cave bears for Elder Scrolls. Oh, 3 left, apparently.
Okay.
Heroes.
Right. 3 left to go. Okay, great. And yeah, Jez and his brother during lockdown have been doing some story time fun stuff on his Facebook page. Jez is a leather worker, which he does some fantastic work.
That's cool. Oh, they gotta go. See you later.
Oh, sorry. Bye, Jez.
So, sorry, Dave. What were you gonna say about #Alive?
Oh, sorry. Just saying that I've been watching it, and it's cool. I mean, it's got the very cool Korean zombies, which are
They're different from
Scary.
American zombies.
Yes.
yeah,
I would say they film it differently.
yeah, they do. They do. They kind of have the they're not the slow-moving zombies like Night of the Living Dead or The Walking Dead or that kind of thing. They're faster, but they're not as fast as 28 Days Later.
Okay.
So they're not the sort of the rage-induced zombies, but they do have a very jerky kind of movement, which is a little bit sort of, obviously they're supernatural, but the movement is also supernatural. It's not just like resurrected human kind of thing. So that's quite cool. But one of my favorite zombie movies is Train to Busan. I think it's called Train to Busan.
Yes. Train to Busan.
Train to Busan.
I
which
saw
is-
that last year.
Yeah.
So
I haven't
good.
seen it. It's
I highly recommend it.
Yeah. It's definitely
so
cool.
put that on my spooky season list.
Yep.
Yes.
It's another, it's a Korean horror film that takes place on a train with zombies.
Oh, it's so good.
It is awesome. I would definitely
I
recommend
feel
it.
like #Alive reminded me of that movie
Right.
a lot.
Yeah, I think, and there's always a little bit of humor thrown in.
Yeah.
Sort of when you're least expect it. I think they both have that kind of aspect to it.
Oh, hello, Facebook user. We cannot see you, but that's okay.
Oh.
Chris says, Dave, thanks for the tip with the white. It helped a lot with the paladin.
Cool. I'm trying to remember
Despite...
I'm trying to remember what the tips were.
Me too.
What were they, Chris? I can't remember.
Tell us. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a zombie in a cage.
Yes.
Apparently there's a sequel to Train to Busan coming out soon.
I'm not sure. But, yes, Kat, my fall asleep movie is Korean zombies.
It says so much.
It's also my wake up screaming movies.
Sumkey says, I've been watching In Search of Darkness.
In Search of Darkness. Okay.
It has some interesting info about 80s horror films.
So is that it's a documentary? I guess. I'll have to take a look at that.
Josh Potter says, hobby horror film titles.
Right.
Night of the Unpainted Armies.
The Overturned Bits Box,
I love
a.k.a.
it.
my basement.
Yes. Oh, Chris said, paint up to white using layers of progressively lighter grays.
All right. Yeah.
I do remember that.
Cool.
And
So-
Sumkey says the sequel could be called Plane to Busan.
Plane to Busan.
That would be
Train.
horrible. Could you imagine being stuck on a plane? Oh my goodness.
Have you seen World War Z?
I've not seen World War Z. I haven't seen a movie in like a year.
World War Z came out ages ago, but you should definitely check that out. There's a scene on there with Brad Pitt and where he's trying to escape from Israel, and yes, unfortunately, a zombie makes it on to the plane. Spoiler
Womp
alert. And the rest is
Downhill.
the rest goes downhill. That's what it always does when a zombie sneaks on board.
I would be so mad.
Okay.
You just got to open that emergency door.
Yeah. If you can restrict it so that it's just that zombie that you have to. It's based. Oh no.
Yes, sorry, Sumkey. We lost the stream for some reason.
Just for a second, or are we still
But we're
streaming?
back. Yes.
So we are still streaming.
Yep.
We have to continue to talk.
Yep.
We can't take a break.
Nope.
Okay. How's Diana coming along over there?
She's coming along good. I added some red to her skin tone so that she looked a little bit flushed from battle.
Cool.
So just a little bit. And dotted her eyes with some blue. I don't get crazy with dotting the eyes or makeup or whatnot. My hands are too shaky. I feel like I'm really lucky if I get the dot for the eyes, and then you just take the luck and you run with it.
Right.
So now I'm gonna get all the other base colors down.
What colors are you using?
So I am using black red for the kind of red leathery bit of her bodice.
Okay.
And then I'm going to highlight that with a little bit more of an orangey red.
Right.
Oh, could I be a bother? Could you show us those
Yeah.
paints real quick?
So black
you.
red.
Nice.
Da-da-da-da. And then this flat red that has a little bit more orange in it. Because I find that reds typically reflect a lot more orangey with light. So
Cool.
I'm just going to go for it.
Excellent.
And yes, Sorry, Roger. We had a little break in our internet stream. Not
Nope.
exactly sure why.
YouTube feed. And back.
I know. I'm sorry, Christian. Also, hi, Don Slater.
Hi, Don.
Sorry that the YouTube is just
YouTube
not
always likes to
working.
give us trouble, don't they?
Yeah.
Giving us trouble.
It's because we never really mention them until they give us trouble. And then
They're
we
just
say,
trying to get their money's worth.
Cursed
I just
YouTube.
don't understand.
Oh, sure. Peninsula is the sequel to Train to Busan.
It's actually in
okay.
Florida.
Pardon?
I said it's in Florida.
All right.
But I know Korea is a peninsula. I get it.
Right. Yes, somebody did forget to feed the hamsters. Thank you, Roger. Thomas, do you know if Peninsula is going to be available on like Netflix or something like that?
Via America streaming, US.
Yeah. Not sure. Okay.
Apparently Facebook is working. So,
Huh.
c'est très bien. Bien.
All right.
Okay.
Bodice is painted.
What's next, Gretchen?
What's next? I'm going to try to highlight that bodice a little bit while I have paint here. I'm not as rhyme or reason-y as Dave. I'm just like, this is a good idea. And then I do it.
Cool. That's just fine. That's why we work so well together. I think if you did everything the same way as me, that would be a bit boring.
It would be very boring. And then why would people watch us? For our sparkling personalities? I think not.
I don't know if you noticed that, but Gretchen said that two times my painting is very boring.
Oh!
My
Rough.
painting's boring as well. I feel
I'm
like
just saying.
I'm boring when I paint. I'm focusing so hard all the time. I'm like, ah.
Absolutely
All right, Dave.
fine.
What's next steps for you?
Hmm?
For you.
For me? August, Thomas Rich says available August 7th, 2021. So we're still got a bit of time. Cool. Kat says that YouTube has been causing problems for other live streams as well.
Well, at least they don't just have a thing out for us.
It's not just us.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you, YouTube.
I
Fair and
must admit, I
square.
would have been kind of surprised if it was just focused on us. There we go.
Mm.
Okay, so the styling on Nubia's miniature here, on her skirt, is a bit different to the card. So I'm just going to mess around a little bit.
Trying to be so in the lines here with her skirt. After all that time I just spent on trying to base coat everything else.
Well, there's a lot of great details on the minis. So I
They
think
do,
it's-
and I'm just now realizing that I'm going to have to line the little bit of gold around her
Yeah.
battle skirt there.
So I think it's definitely worth taking the time to paint those all in.
Also, hello, Facebook user. Sometimes we can't see your name because of Restream allowing to see it.
Da-da-da-da.
Excellent. Okay. So I think I'm kind of torn. I think I'll do the same thing that I was planning to do on Marla's like bodice.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to take that same approach for Nubia's bodice and paint it as a leather rather than a metallic. So, the color I'm using here is red leather.
Ooh,
So
big surprise.
Yeah. Did you say big surprise?
Yep.
It's like I haven't used it for like 2 weeks. Cut me some slack here. But no, it is a great color to use for leather. It's a great color to use as a base for rust, any sort of rust work, stippled on or washed over with silver. Give you a great sort of rusty look. But yeah, for a nice sort of orangish leather kind of look, it's perfect for that as well.
Diana, your shield is just in the way.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm trying to, so her shield comes down through here, and there's just a little bloop of skirt right underneath the shield.
Just hiding there.
Just there.
That's deliberate, you know.
Just to make it difficult for me.
Yep.
Okay, so we have 2 puns from Sumkey.
Okay.
Need to hem in that painting, Gretchen. And I see you skirting those edges.
Yep. I prefer that second one.
Good
Definitely.
times. And then
Skirt.
we have 2 questions. One from Thomas and one from Josh Potter.
Okay. First one from Thomas is, how is the detail on the minis? They're good. Yeah. The very crisp. It's quite a lot of it. There's a very there's particular kind of styling to the posing and the anatomy, which are quite cool. But yeah, the detailing on there is very, very crisp, and there's not too much of it on these 2 at least. But of course, I don't have the hero character. I don't have Diana.
Yeah, I think that the detail's really nice. Like, and even as I'm going through and painting her, I find more details. So with the flat white of the primer, you don't always see everything as crisply, or at least my vision isn't that good. So whenever I did like a swoop of the dark blue for her skirt, all of a sudden now I can see little stars on her hips. You know, those little details are drawn out. I don't know. No
really
way you're
see
gonna
'em,
see them.
but that's
But
okay.
I'll have
That's
to
pretty
paint
cool.
them visible. But she has stars on her hips, her headband. You know, once I swiped on a little bit of a sheer red to her lips, you could tell that her lips were sculpted full and pouty. Like there's a lot of detail that goes into her, and they made her muscular, which is awesome.
Yep.
And I'm sure helped with the sculpt. I'm sure having a little bit more to work with made it help the sculpt, but you know, she has a lot of detail. So.
And then Josh asks, would these figures be good for a comic book style that some do, with the hard black lines? Or are these better for more realistic painting?
I think, yeah, I mean, the minis themselves have that comic book kind of feel. I haven't done a lot of the painting style myself, so when I say I haven't done a lot, I haven't done any, really, that painting style myself. I know a couple of people who do mess around with it, but I'm just looking at the mini now. I think, if you want to take the time to do it, I think you could. For those people who haven't seen it before, it's one where you paint the colors and highlight the colors as you sort of normally would, but between the you can go through, paint the colors as you normally would, and then paint on the black lines as if you're like the inked outlines of the comic book. So if in a shaded area, you'd have the cross hatching, like you might expect to see in a comic book. Thicker lines, thinner lines, depending on where you need to sort of accentuate certain things. Another way is to go through, paint those lines in first, and then color in between them. But yeah, I think you can definitely do it. I don't think I would do it myself.
They seem a little small.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of
do
work,
it.
a lot of work involved in it for sure. But no, I've seen people do it on miniatures this sort of scale before. So in that regard, I think
And these miniatures I primed with Corax White, our dear friend.
Yep.
But they actually were a bronzy plastic color
Right.
that had like some swirling gold sparkles in it.
Yeah.
So that's the original. I kind of wished I didn't spray all of them so you could see it, but
That's okay.
I just wanted to let people know.
Yeah.
They did not come white. That was the spray. Actually, you probably could see it if you flipped it on the bottom, maybe. I don't know if it had. Oh.
No,
no,
did
I
you knock them
sprayed that.
over?
Yeah.
So you can get them from underneath? Good
Yeah.
job.
I learned from the best.
Woohoo! Or from me.
Yes.
One of the
No,
two.
From the best. From Dave.
And Dave, yes.
No, you're the best, Dave.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, Mark says, need to remember to say Mark says on Facebook. And I appreciate that. Sorry about that, Mark.
Cool.
Thanks for joining us.
And somebody says Dave is dressing down my puns. No, I'm just ranking them. Wouldn't dress them down.
Yeah.
We
so
definitely we appreciate them every week.
it's true. The puns make my week. Don Slater says, these are cool. I didn't know Ravensburger even did something other than puzzles.
Yeah, I think it's a fairly recent thing. But,
Yes.
yeah, they've been moving into board games.
Over the past year, I think,
Something like that, yeah.
now they have quite a slew of them. They have the Horrified board game,
All right, yep.
which I highly recommend.
It was very fun to play.
Very fun to play.
You guys played
And
that
actually,
last year out
this-
at Alliance Open House, didn't you?
We did.
Yes. At Gretchen, do you remember where we played it?
We played it at Monster Pizza,
Yes.
and that was the coolest place ever. I highly recommend watching our playthrough video just to see Monsters Pizza.
It's really cool.
It made me want to start like an eating show where I just go to cool restaurants and play board games.
100%.
It
Diners,
was
Drive-Ins, and Dungeons and Dragons.
yeah, and I just show up and you just feed me.
Dungeons and Dragons and Dives.
Yep.
Diners and dungeons. Dungeons and diners.
We need some names. Please put them in the chat.
names.
I'm just saying I would be marvelous at a cooking show, mostly because I'd get to eat.
Yes. Oh yeah. They did Jaws, which I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
So, quick note. This game plays very similar, I think, to Horrified. It's
Okay.
cooperative, and you're kind of fighting the big bad,
Right.
and you kind of need to collect things. They also did, what just came out? Horrified Jaws. No, I'm not going to remember.
Christian says somebody made a homebrew expansion for D&D called Dungeons and Diners and Dragons and Dives.
Villainous. Yes. Thank
D&D
you.
and D&D.
D&D and D.
All the Ds.
You could just roll for what you get on the menu. It's great.
Oh, apparently Josh Potter says they actually have had board games for a while. But I agree that they stepped up their game in terms of licensing.
Okay. Cool.
And Kat apparently painted the Horrified minis.
Yeah, she did last year for. She gave it away for some Christmas gifts.
They're
That's
very
awesome.
cute.
I
I
love
love
them.
using minis for Christmas gifts. I think they have cute tabletop potential if you have a friend who's into tabletops, and even if your friend isn't into tabletops, you can use them for other crafty things. They're cute and they're small and they just work.
I once gave a girlfriend a skeleton army for Christmas. That didn't go down too well, so I have refrained from giving miniatures as gifts since then. So, just saying,
Well,
doesn't always work out perfectly. Okay.
But Spider-Man did remind me, Ravensburger also put out Villainous.
Oh, they did Villainous as well?
Yes.
Okay. That's cool. We have a, that reminds me, we have a Ravensburger Villainous puzzle at home that we haven't built yet.
Nice.
I think we got burnt out in March and April. Burnt out on puzzles.
Puzzles.
Yep. So maybe we can get back to it soon.
So Thomas had a question about our Dungeons and Dives and Drives
Yep.
show. If you rolled for the menu, what happens if you roll a nat 1?
if you roll an at one, I feel like someone at the table has to choose for you.
That's what Christian said.
Person with you chooses.
Either that or you have to get like something that is like whatever someone else across from you is get something.
So I'd say
You get a plain house salad. Just iceberg lettuce.
That would be so awful.
I was going to say you get everything on the menu.
Oh no. No, if you roll a 1, you have to pay.
Oh, there we go. That's what it is. If you roll the one, you have to pay.
I like that.
I was going to say you get everything on the menu, and then you have to wash all of the dishes.
Oh, that's another good
Oh.
one. You get half a head of lettuce. Here's the thing with the half a head of lettuce is there is a restaurant. It's what is Guy Fieri's restaurant that is in Maryland. He has one. And his salad. I went there for my friend's bachelorette party, and we got a Caesar salad, and it is just half a head of lettuce.
Yeah.
Like it is just lettuce drizzled with the Caesar dressing.
Is it served like flat side down?
No, it's
Side
just
up,
like it's
or-
just there.
It's just
And then the croutons are like they're like giant.
Right.
It's toast.
That's right.
It's like giant
like
crouton.
Texas toast, nice and thick.
No, it's still crunchy like a crouton all the way. It was the
All right.
strangest experience. The food wasn't bad. It was just a very, very odd experience.
That's not what you were expecting.
No, I was expecting full Flavor Town, not abundance of lettuce, but
Right.
That's hilarious.
it was a fun time.
Well, that's like, have you ever had a wedge salad? It's basically
I
what you
have,
described.
which is what I think they were going for, but it definitely was not like it wasn't equal parts enough of the things in order to be able to pretend it was a salad.
Oh,
Like you can do
I
with
see
a
what you're
wedge, you
saying.
can still pretend. You could not pretend with this. You could only enjoy it.
In
I
oh,
know
sorry,
somebody
Dave.
who orders salads on a regular basis, and they, also on a fairly regular basis, get the core of the lettuce in their salad. And so they'll always post about it on social media and make a small complaint about how it happens to them all the time. And I must admit, I do just keep thinking, like, if you stopped ordering salads, order the pizza.
Solve your problem.
Very unlikely to get the core of the lettuce in the pizza.
Get the
That's
core of the
incredible.
pizza.
Yeah. I had to think back and think, when was the last time I got the core of a lettuce in a salad? Never.
No.
Never.
I like salad. But I don't know. It's hard to do for just a whole meal. Like
Right. Exactly.
Oh,
Oh,
apparently Chris says at the Stormy Crow Tavern in Vancouver, you can build a burger on a randomized character sheet, and they have a roll for a shot.
oh, cool. Which Vancouver is that? Is that Vancouver, Washington, or Vancouver, British Columbia? I only ask because one of them is very difficult for Americans to get to right now.
Vancouver, Washington. I mean, Canada, right? Because
yes.
I don't think of Vancouver, Washington.
Pardon?
Just saying.
There
Technically, there is.
is a Vancouver. Is it? Yeah, there is a Vancouver, Washington.
No, there is.
Yeah.
I just always think of BC. Yeah, he said BC.
Right. So the one that's difficult for us to get to right now.
Yes. Apparently not by boat.
Was that not by boat?
Yeah.
You're suggesting invading.
No.
Just to eat a burger.
Just to eat a burger.
I'm sure that'll go over with customs well.
Yeah.
But sir, I wanted the burger.
You can deport me right away. Just give me a burger first. I don't think that'll go over well.
No.
Josh Potter says, problem, salad, solution, steak.
Steak. Yes. Agreed.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, does Kat live in Portland?
Pardon?
Kat says yes, right across the river from Portland, a great city.
Great city. I don't think Kat lives in Portland. You don't live in Portland, do you? Kat lives in California.
Oh.
I think it's like Northern California, but
I can't keep track of where people live.
I mean, that's
I
fair.
just accept y'all don't live here.
well,
Like wherever you are.
I remember that Spider-Man lives in St. Louis.
Yes. Me too.
He's kind enough to remind us every day,
He reminds us every week.
every week.
Hey,
Hello
but
from
shout
St.
out.
Louis, he says.
Shout out to St. Louis.
Hmm?
Shout out to St. Louis.
Shout out to St. Louis for sure.
Now you got to sing the song.
There's a song.
Meet me in St. Louis. It's a
Nah.
play. Well, it's a movie.
I'm old. I'm not that old.
It's a movie. You know the movie.
I don't actually.
What?
I don't.
Okay.
I'm also
it has-
foreign. Let's not
it
forget.
has- That's true. It has Judy Garland in it.
Oh.
The-
Oh, wait. Hang on. Speaking of horror and zombie kind of stuff and Korean stuff,
Okay.
it was that movie was just in Lovecraft Country. Last Sunday night's episode of Lovecraft Country.
They
Yeah.
put the movie?
Pardon? Or whatever movie that song is from.
Oh.
Yeah.
Meet me in St. Louis. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Well, that's what you're talking about.
Yep. That's cool.
I kind of feel as like I'm having a conversation with... I might not be having the same conversation that Leona's having.
Even when I
Anyway.
can hear you, I can't understand.
That's the opposite of my problem.
Yeah.
I think I can understand you, but I can't quite hear you.
Sorry.
So that's mine. Oh, Kat's actually lived in Oregon for 8 years. And she lives in Ventura, California, so Central Coast. And
Cool.
Redondo Beach. Nice. Excellent. Okay. How's it going over there?
Going really good. I mean, I just jinxed myself hardcore.
By saying really
Knock
good.
on wood.
Yep.
I don't have that. I have like paper.
That counts.
Okay.
But yeah, I've almost done up her hair real quick. So yeah.
I'm going to start on the hair for Nubia. I'm just going to start by painting it black. I could have started with a dark brown, maybe like the charred brown, and put a wash over it. But I'm going to use I'm going to dry brush it instead because it's got a lot of texture on it. But yeah, I wanted the nice break that the black and the black edge along the where it meets with her skin tone is going to provide. So get in quickly.
Have to try to tame the eyebrows. Cat, would it be easier if you were using the handle? Maybe. Quite possibly. Maybe not. Sometimes, yes. I have arthritis in my hands, so my my fingers sometimes are useful and sometimes just aren't.
Actually, that just reminded me. I'm disappointed I didn't check it out before the show, but when you mentioned arthritis, last week I posted a link to a gentleman by the name of Mitch, who is going to be putting together he put together a video on painting with shaky hands. So he's just recently been
Ooh.
diagnosed with Parkinson's. And the plan was I think he was going to be posting it this week, possibly Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'll go looking for that when I get home and post the link in the group as well.
Yeah, there's lots of reasons to have shaky hands.
Yep. So I think from the looks of it, it's going to be good set of videos or a good video, sorry, to check out, full of cool ideas.
Would you guys like to look at some miniatures?
Looking at some miniatures.
I always love to look at miniatures.
Indeed. Speaking of
Oh,
the group.
Chris says it's posted and it's a great video.
Oh, cool. Excellent. Chris, would you be able to do me a favor and share that in the group, in the Facebook group, Painting Happy Little Minis? That would be awesome if you're able to do that. If not, I will endeavor to remember. But yeah, so what we're going to look at now is we'll look at some photos from the Painting Happy Little Minis Facebook group. They've been posted over the last week. We'll have a look at them and offer our thoughts. What have we got this week, Leona?
First up,
Stuff?
First time doing yellow.
Abra Furman.
Oh,
First time doing yellow as the main color.
very cool. Nice
It's hard
work.
to see, but the wings have some gradient as well.
Right. No, very cool. I think the one of the things I like here is normally we talk about having seeing a lighter color on the front or the underside, the belly kind of thing. But I really like the sort of the darker orange, almost red of the spines. It's sort of split from that. It's got a nice sort of contrast happening, even though the colors are all very close together. If you'd had orange scales and then a yellow underbelly, I don't think it would have worked as well. this works great. But yeah, yellow can be a lot of work. So Abra,
looks
nice
good.
job.
It's very hard to get that crisp yellow.
Yeah.
Chris Gorka.
And going from a
Inferno
bright yellow
Squad.
to deep black. Inferno Squad looking good. Chris is really enjoying painting up all of this Star Wars Legion stuff. Looking very cool. I love just those little pops of red. It's such a bright, intense red as well. You're looking great, Chris. Nice work.
David, my first squad of minis ever.
Welcome to the miniature
Ooh.
painting hobby.
He did actually have a picture of the squad, but I
Right.
wanted to show a close-up.
You want to come in and focus in on the close-up? Yeah, that's cool.
Yes.
No, nice work there. I think, as I always say it when I'm talking about, what do I say is the most important thing when you're starting out painting?
Clean lines.
Clean
taking your time.
lines. Clean lines, exactly. Clean lines and being neat, and that's what David's achieved here. Some
I
great-
pay attention in class, Dave.
I know you do. That's why I felt confident going to you. If you had to come back and said something crazy, it would have been like, okay, never again. But no, it looks great there, David. I think you've done an excellent job there. Nice clean lines, as we're saying. Having with the green of the eyes, there's a little bit of sort of light spillover onto
That looks nice.
the cheeks there, just under the lens, which is cool. It's a nice little quick sort of object source lighting kind of thing. But no, nice work. And also, David drilled out the barrel on his bolter there.
Oh.
Important thing too. Nice job, David. Welcome. Oh, there
David.
again. David
Another
is-
David.
Another David. All the Daves. These are the Daves I know. Doing some work on, so there's a Blade Guard Captain. No. I think, yeah, Blade Guard Captain maybe on the right-hand side there with the shield. And the Blade Guard Ancient with the big banner on the left. These are looking very cool. Purple and gold and purple and bone sort of colors always work really well together. So very nice. And that great little pop of red on the tabards there.
What would you say the dark tone is? Is it the purple?
The purple is the purple is
Okay.
the dark on there.
Okay.
On the shield on the right there,
Yeah.
because the gold trim is in shadow towards the bottom, it's looking quite dark as well.
Gotcha.
But I think if you were to sort of turn that model around a little bit to face towards us, that it wouldn't be as dark. But yeah, definitely the purple is the dark tone there.
Cool.
I'd possibly even say that the red is a little bit more towards the dark.
Yeah, I was
side.
kind of thinking the red, but I
Yeah.
just kind of was wondering. It's not really a big deal.
No,
just-
no. But I think the red also kind of fits into it's in that mid to dark tone, I think. But no, looking great, David. Very nice. So much detail on those models. So much
Yeah,
time to go
looking
through and pick
good.
them all out. Very cool. Okay.
Fern Hebig.
Cyborg Minis. Miniature called the Boyar Champion. Cyborg are a Polish company, or Skibor, I think, possibly. Polish company that do some fantastic sculpts and really beautifully cast minis. So this one's looking great. It's got a very sort of Frankenstein / headless horseman October Halloween vibe going on.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think we have a Polish watcher in the chat. So maybe they can tell us
I think you might be
the
right.
pronunciation of Skibor.
Cool. Excellent. And Chris
Yeah,
is
I
just
put
telling me
this
that he's
one-
posted.
I put this one because of the Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah. That orange glow. Looking very cool. Nice work.
Yes, and Chris posted the video
Yep.
that Dave was just talking about.
Post a link in the chat and also posted in the group as well. So thanks very much for that, Chris. Much appreciated.
This might be hard to see. It's Graham, and he said, Do you think he looks like stone, despite the colors?
And I think my answer to that was yes, it definitely looks
Oh
like
yeah,
stone.
the textures are definitely stony.
Yeah, yep, without a doubt. The it's exactly that. It's the texture, isn't it? Just gives away. It could really be anything, painted any color, as long as you got that texture. It gives that stone feel. But yeah, looking good. My suggestion was to go for a sandstone. I would have liked to have seen a lovely sort of almost Egyptian style
Ooh,
carving.
I like that.
That would have been good.
I think it would have been cool, but Graham said, "No, I'm going to do it my own way." But it turned out great. I think Graham's done a really nice job there. Very cool. Somebody said he looks rock hard, and that chiseled frame.
Chiseled frame.
Good job. There, no, those ones. There we go.
That's
They're
what we were
top-notch.
looking for.
Top-notch puns.
Jason,
Oh,
with
Jason,
some
yeah.
OSL. It's on the left-hand lower side.
Yeah, great glow there. That's the Frost Troll, Frost Giant. I can't remember which one. From Blood Rage, which is an awesome mini. But yeah, one of the things that Jason's really got going well there is so when you paint a mini with light coming from one side, you have to remember it's not just painting a mini regularly and then applying like yellow glazes on one side. It's also about creating a shadow on the back side of it. So I think Jason's done a really good job of doing that. Have those sort of purple tones in the shadowed areas. Gives a nice contrast as well against the yellow. So yeah, nice work, Jason. Very cool.
Looks good. John, with the work in progress.
Excellent. That's great. Crazy ogre is looking very nice. Great flesh tones there. Good shading, and I think the pale flesh tone goes really well, of course, with the ginger hair there.
Yeah.
It's no, looking good. I like the texture as well that you put into the club there, John. You're bringing that out nicely. Yeah, looking good. Keep it up.
Josh Potter.
Josh! Dwarf
General.
Dwarf General and Dragon. Is this a Reaper Minis, Josh?
I
Who
thought
makes
it
this
was
one?
a Ralpartha.
Or is it Ralpatha? Actually, well, sorry, you're completely right. If Josh is working on a Studio Army and catalog for Ralpatha, this would be the one. Now I'm going to assume that that's the larger. Yeah, I think that's the large model holder, so the XL.
Oh, true.
But even so, I mean, that dragon's got to be a fairly young dragon. There. But looking very nice. I like the little pop of red against the green there. Very cool. But I bet you knew I was going to say that, Josh, right? Yeah. But no, nice work. Looking great.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Keith? Female Efreet.
Afrite.
That's looking really cool.
Afrite?
And I think one of the things I'm going to say here as well is awesome choice of background. That blue cloth against, because you've got the blue cloth on the mini.
Yeah, it ties it.
Yeah,
together.
it connects it just really, really well. Frames it perfectly. But, and I guess it's much better than being on like a white background because those swords are very light and the bright yellow hair. It looks really good. Very nice. I think you pulled out all the details really well. And fun little touches like the flames at the bottom of the
skirt.
the tabard,
Yeah.
loincloth,
Tabard.
thang. But yeah, nice work, Keith. She looks great. Oh, Kelly. Knowles' Human Fighter by WizKids. I really like this. I'm curious Is this one, Kelly, where you went through and painted the base color of the armor, so the armor plate, and then it sort of picked out all of the edging? Or did you dry brush the mini first and like dry brush all that edging and then go back in and paint the armor plates?
Ooh,
Like that blackish blue
questions.
in the things? I'm not sure. I know which way I would have gone.
Which,
Maybe the second way.
really?
Yeah. Yep.
Why?
I think painting in that darker color into the shadows, into the deeper parts, for me, I feel that's a little bit easier than going along and picking out all of the that detail. And because it's raised, you've got not only the top edges that you have to paint, but also like inside those lips
Gotcha.
kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I didn't
So-
think about that.
Yeah.
So would
So-
you have like sprayed it black?
Yeah, I probably would have primed black.
Dry brushed?
Dry brush with a tinny tin or that kind of almost like a dark bronze copper color, and then maybe dry brush the gold and added in a little bit of bright silver, and then gone back and painted those panels.
Nice.
But at the same time, and regardless of which way you did it, Kelly, it looks really cool.
It does.
Yeah.
I agree.
Nice one.
So that's all we're going to look at for now.
Okay.
Let's get back to painting.
Get back to painting. Such a hard taskmaster.
Gretchen, let's check in with you. What's
Oh,
new
right.
over in your neck of the woods?
I know, because I've been quiet so that I can try to focus on getting Diana done. So her skin tone is done. I added a little bit of blue to some of the places where there was shadow, so that her skin looks hopefully as realistic as possible. So she has bits of red and bits of blue on that original, so she looks like she's flushed and she's fighting. And then I got her hair done, and I added that dark purple ink that you can't really tell much of, but I'm going to pretend it makes a difference. And then I have the skirt done. Well, I'm touching it up currently. Almost done, except for the gold bits. And the bodice almost done, except for the gold bits. And everything else is pretty much the gold bits.
Cool.
I think that violet that you put in there,
Mm-hmm.
I think when you put the gold on,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to bring that violet out a little bit more. That's my prediction.
Let's see if
That's pretty
he's
good.
right.
Touch
No, I agree. Because that's going to be the contrast.
Yeah.
Tone.
It just gives more of a cool black undertone rather than using brown with like a black wash or something. To me, it adds a richness to the hair, because people who have black hair, their hair is usually a very, very dark shade of brown, but there's still warm and cool undertones to that black hair. You don't typically in nature see true black.
Yep.
Well, and as you said, like, as sun hits people's hair, it changes.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
that
The
those undertones come out at you. So
All right, Dave.
Okay. Yep.
I have to see
Checking in
what
with
color
you.
what color are her boots in this version of her costume? Are they just
think they're
gold? I
gold.
know the top bits are gold.
I'd go with the brown. I think.
Well, because she has the armor bits
Right.
Chat, tell us.
that are shiny.
I
Hmm.
know.
Chat.
Tell
What
us.
version of the costume am I painting? Red boots with gold greaves. Okay. So the top part is gold, but the red part is red. The bottom part,
Bottom part is
I'm
red.
going to do it the same kind of red brown as her bodice though.
Yeah.
Matching, matching.
Because she's fashionable.
She is.
You're saying her boots match her belt?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, gold's the only bit left that I'm really going to have to work on here. And then, silver. Well, not quite silver, but we'll get to it. It'll happen. There's... It's
Okay.
all coming together. She's happening. She's recognizably Wonder Woman now.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Nubia is almost finished. We've got, so on her, I think, yeah, just putting it there against the, oh, there we go. So we can see her hair here, and the sword are the last things I need to paint. So, I'm
Is
assuming
her
you-
bodice
Pardon?
painted? Is her clothes painted?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It looks the same color as her skin.
Okay.
But it might just be the...
Might just be the
Light.
camera or the lights.
Yeah.
How about I pop her on the spinner?
Okay.
And we'll see what,
Let's see if that looks...
because we know that the lights are a lot brighter there. You can forget all your troubles. But who cares?
Why does...
There's another. Oh wow. That song was in
In a
an
Lovecraft
episode.
episode?
It was in an episode of The Walking Dead.
Oh.
Another zombie connection. Downtown.
Wait, for some reason, the webcam is all messed up.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
I'll have to take some photos and post them.
I'll put them in the group.
Okay. Righty. Ooh. I think now I'm going to just get to work on Mala, and I'm going to start by painting all of her clothing with the basalt gray from whereabouts is it? There it is. Oop, from Vallejo. So I'll just get all these down quickly, and then I can put some washes over it, come back and do some highlights, that kind of thing. She has a little bit more variety in her, in the coloration on her clothing. There's some purplish tints and some bluish tints. So we might do those with washes. Glazes, I guess. We'll be using regular paints, just thinning them down. Okay. There we go. Josh says, where is a better place to lose all your cares? Downtown or up on the roof? Not sure. Okay, Dave, catch you later.
Thanks
Enjoy
for
your training
joining.
class. I'm not sure, Josh. What is the answer? Excellent.
Okay.
Sorry.
I got it a little bit better with the webcam.
Oh, okay, so you think
And
maybe
I
we can,
agree that you can see the color better.
you can see the difference? But
Yes.
you still don't want to show anybody?
I can show it. I'm a little embarrassed, but
Okay.
here we go. You can see it a bit better.
Yeah.
It's not perfect.
It's
but
kind of funny in the in that lighting and on the screen on the monitor here in the studio that it looks like it's like a bronze. And yeah, that is really making her skin look pale, but it's Clearly not.
I know.
We have to work something out. Work something out.
I
about
know. I tried to work on it today.
that.
I really did.
Might need a new camera,
Okay.
maybe.
I agree. I concur.
But we'll get that sorted. We'll post some photos and that sort of thing. We'll post them in the Painting Happy Little Minis Facebook group. So you can come along and join anytime you like. Post photos of the things, the happy little minis you're painting. And we'll post ours. There we go. Okay. I think after this I might start working on the hair.
Of Mala's hair.
Pardon?
Mala's hair?
Mala's hair, yeah.
Oop.
And I've got the work I'm going to do on Nubia's hair. It should be fairly quick. But, yep. Actually, maybe while that gray is drying, I'll do it on, I'll work on Nubia's hair. Okay. So we can see that she's got, I painted that black. And there's a lot of texture in there, those threads. So I'm just going to come along with some charred brown and just run that lightly along each of those threads to catch the texture. I'm not sure if this is going to show up on the camera.
Do you happen to have the gold that I could borrow again?
I do. Here we go. Are you ready?
Maybe.
Coming
okay,
over the top.
Let's try.
Yes!
Sorry. I
And
didn't
it wasn't
have
even
that.
on camera.
I was afraid.
Byron, the game has come out.
enough.
This game.
Yes, it
Wonder
has.
Woman
Wonder Woman Challenge of the
Challenge of-
Amazons. It is
out
out.
at your friendly local game store. Yeah, so you can ask them to order it for you. And as I said, it's a cooperative game, which is nice.
Yeah.
And Gretchen, what were the evil villains that you fight?
Cheetah and others. I can open the box real quick and find out.
Oh, how many minis are in this game?
There are five minis in the box. So we have
So the villains, none of the minis in the box are villains. But the villains, you have Ares, you have the cheetah, and you have Circe.
Oh, can you show their art? I like their
Yes.
art. Sorry, I'm annoying. Here,
Oh.
let me.
on the close cam.
On the
Here.
There we go.
close- Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Ta-da. I like
Cool.
it.
So Circe, the
The
cheetah,
cheetah.
and Ares, god of war.
Yep.
Nice.
Circe is also from Greek mythology, but I don't know why there's. I'm unfamiliar enough with either Wonder Woman or Greek mythology to be able to figure out the cheetah.
Right.
Yeah, she's an outlier. She's actually in the 1984
Okay.
movie. That's the Kristen Wiig is playing the cheetah.
Cool. When is that release?
Well, it keeps changing,
Oh, okay.
okay? Because it was supposed to be released in the next couple months, but I
Right.
just heard that they pushed it back
Okay.
again. So we
Right.
shall see.
Things keep happening, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because Tenet didn't do as well as they thought it was going to. So
Okay.
now big movie studios are kind of scared to
Yeah.
release their movie when they don't know
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, Roger Moore says, we actually have it at the game store I work for.
Cool.
Game Castle. Oh. Sumkey says, I don't like playing against Cheetah. She never follows the rules. Good one.
Excellent. Okay. Now, normally for blonde hair, what color would I start with, Leona?
Brown.
Brown?
Charred
start with this one.
brown.
Beige brown.
Beige brown.
Beige brown.
I couldn't remember what actual brown it was.
So I'm going to start with beige brown. But I'm going to, for that,
Ashamed.
what do you call it? Some kind of strawberry blonde aspect. I'm going to mix in some of the red leather. Now, one of the things that this will do, will give me a little bit of that strawberry blonde kind of feel as we start to mix in the ivory, but it will also help tie Marla in with Nubia visually. So if you're using the same colors in different locations on miniatures or in different ways on miniatures, you'll get a sort of a nice tying together of everything. So because she still has that gray and silver kind of armor look, having the red leather in there will help tie her in.
That's smart.
Tie
I didn't
together.
think about that.
Yeah.
Because then when you line them up together,
Yep.
they'll have similar tone
Yeah.
values to them.
You'll see those things will sort of shine through and connect them. So now I've chosen a slightly older brush to do this because she has a lot of texture there. Getting in and painting in all of those details with a completely new brush with a very fine point will start to sort of push that brush apart, and you'll sort of wear through it a little bit faster. So getting in there and thinning down the paint and using some and just sort of slapping it on around there is the best way to get that texture painted. So I did the same thing with the black on Nubia's hair.
That's cool.
But this Marla miniature does have some serious 80s
Yeah,
lion mane going on.
she does.
Okay.
Oh yeah, did you guys want to look at the rest of the miniatures?
We can totally look at the rest of the miniatures.
Definitely. Let's do that.
Doo-doo-doo. Okay, these are the rest of the miniatures for this week. Laura
And now, Laura Summerhill.
with a frost
Summerhill
king.
Dita. Frost King from Mystic Wild.
Ooh, those are some nice colors.
Yeah, that looks great.
I love the way they painted this.
The legs, like all the wrappings and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely cool. That axe is great as well. But I love the kind of the ruddy skin tone as well. Just that it's got a warmth to it. It looks great, sort of popping out from those icy blues and whites.
I feel like the Frost King would be warm, or he could have cold skin.
Yeah.
Oh no, connection is slow.
Hmm.
We'll see if the connection is okay.
Oh. Ooh.
All right, next.
Yep. Next one. Chris Layfield.
Da-da-da-da.
Woohoo! Reaper Paladin. So yeah, that white looks great. Nice and strong and solid there. Very cool. And that must have taken you ages to get those fine yellow lines so perfect and smooth.
So like the sunshine?
Yeah,
right?
the rays that coming out from the sun.
That's cool.
I know. I definitely would have. I would have so many times had to go back over it. But yeah, it looks great, Chris. Nice one. Actually, can we just go back to that for a second? I'm not sure if
Yep.
Chris is still in the chat, but I would also ask
Shout
him how things are going with his glasses. Because Chris is colorblind.
Oh, right.
Yep, but he got some of the glasses.
He did say he was going to post up one of his first ones from
Yeah.
getting to use that.
No, I think I think he has done that in the group, but
Yeah.
yeah, just curious to see how it's still going. But yeah, looking good, Chris. Nice work. Now moving on to some Harlequins. These look very cool. Louise is painting these. So these are Harlequins from Warhammer 40,000, who are super elite, very agile fighters and dancers. So, but yeah, looking great. And I'm wondering if Louise has used some tape there to get that sort of diamond pattern on there.
It's
Yes.
very sharp.
That's what she was saying. So
Yeah.
in the other picture,
Yep.
she showed the bottom, like the base.
Okay.
And then in this one, which I thought was cool,
Yep.
she showcased how she used the tape.
Right. Yeah. No, I think that looks great.
And
Very nice
apparently
work, Louise.
the undercoat was one of her first times
Right.
spraying.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's a great way to do it, and makes speeds things up quite a bit. But yeah, excellent work.
Also, Chris responded.
So, yep. Let me know that I have to highlight the scales a bit more. Edge highlighting contrast is always the toughest. Yeah, definitely. That can be a bit rough. Excellent. Matt
Ooh,
Tittle,
that's nice.
Pathfinder Silver Dragon. That is looking cool. Great posing there as well, and yeah. Is that climbing off a pile of treasure?
I believe.
The wonderful treasure
Yes.
hoard. Yeah. No, that's looking great. I think I'm wondering if the tone in there, because in the photo it has sort of that magenta kind of purplish
Mhm.
tone. So I'm wondering if that's a reflection of something in your room, Matt, or if that's the shading you put in there. But definitely looks cool.
Yeah, it's a little hard to tell.
Yeah.
It's a little hard.
And I know, particularly if you have something that's all silver, you're going to get very interesting sort of reflections. It'll pick colors up from all over the place. But yeah. But I do like that photo. It looks very cool. Nice work, Matt. Oh, Michael Ball, Mantic Dreams Terrain Crate. Painted up a library.
Great.
Yeah, it's looking very cool. One of my favorite things in the library set is that stack of books on top of the scroll, the unrolled
Yeah.
scroll kind of thing. But yeah, looking good. Michael, I'm wondering, did you prime these with fur brown spray from the Army Painter? And paint everything and then give it a wash?
That would be very convenient.
Yeah, it would be. One of the things I love as well is that Michael's got so many different colors of spines on the books. Just gives it that great sort of randomness. Looks very cool. Nice work.
Looking good.
Oh, cool. Space Wolf Redemptor Dreadnought. Just done an awesome job on this one.
So many tiny details.
Fun.
So many tiny details.
Yeah, exactly. I love all the big runes on there, on the shoulder pads, on the thigh plate there. But looking good, Jeff. And I love that also throwing on the that Space Wolf down the front, kneeling down. Just sort of really gives an impression of that size.
Yeah. You're like, that guy is big.
Yeah, it's huge. Really nice job. Top stuff. Oh, this is very nice.
Oliver.
Oliver, yeah. I love the kind of the extremes of contrast on this. And the texture as well, up on the particularly up on the banner. The handprints are awesome. I've had some fun this summer painting handprints on some Chaos stuff, but those bloody handprints on the banner just look fantastic. There has to be a story about the cat, though. You see the cat on the
Oh,
banner
yes.
Yep.
It has tentacles.
there? It does. The current joke at my house is how many tickles does it take to get an octopus to laugh? 10 tickles.
Uh-huh.
Tentacles.
Oh.
Yes.
I
It's
love
much
it.
less for my daughters, but it's
I
10
love it.
tickles. So anyway, but Oliver's does a fantastic job here. That purple skin tone is amazing.
Really nice.
It's really set off by the yellows in the banner.
Spider-Man says Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. Nice job. Yeah. No, that's definitely it.
He's a cat, like instead of a cultist, a catist. I don't
Yeah.
know if that works.
I'm not sure.
We're trying.
But I also I just noticed it then as well, looking closer at the cat. The cat has multiple eyes. So it's got the two eyes at the front and then
Oh, yeah.
going back down its head. Super freaky, but beautiful work, Oliver.
Beautiful.
Looks awesome.
Beautiful. It's meow virulus.
Oh, Josh Potter says Cat O' Nine Tails. I think so. Oh, these are looking great. Nice work, Roger.
The Scythe Warriors.
Yeah. Is that a little monkey? Standing up
Oh,
there?
yeah. It
It
is.
is.
That looks great.
It is.
I have not seen these models before, but now I'm inclined to go looking for them.
Yeah, Scythe is a weird, like it's set in like a alternate universe.
Yep.
Universe. So there's like old stuff,
Right.
but then also robots.
Yeah.
So very steampunky.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
I think they're side heroes Albion and Tagawa. Yeah, they're very definitely you get a very strong English feel from Albion and Japanese feel from Tagawa there. But no, they're looking great. Nice work, Roger. Looking forward to seeing the set all set out, all laid out.
Oh,
Yeah.
these are in the expansion.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense
Right.
because I had not seen these. And Spider-Man says it's a post-World War I steampunk-ish
Right. Yeah.
type thing.
No,
They
that's
look
cool.
good.
Very nice.
And this is our last one for today.
Right, Samuel. Luke isn't perfect yet, but I'm getting there. No, it's definitely looking good. I'm loving that that orange, a lovely bright orange. It's looking cool. It always looks great with a nice clean white as well. I think you've done a great job on those parts. It's one of the tough things with sometimes with plastics or board game plastics, because I think this is from Imperial Assault.
I believe.
Can I guess?
Yes.
I think so. Is that the bending
Yeah.
of swords. So that bendy lightsaber.
How would you fix it?
But otherwise, I think everything's looking great there. Well, hang on. Is it assault?
It's a
It's a
Because
lightsaber.
saber.
Pardon?
It's a
It's a
saber.
lightsaber.
I know it's a lightsaber, but I'm wondering if it's from Imperial Assault or if it's from Star Wars Legion.
Oh.
Because
I don't know.
the base is quite thick, and also
He says-
the guys behind the minis behind it are on
Spider-Man.
Legion
Spider-Man said it's a 3D print.
Oh, a 3D print.
He
Okay.
asked him in the group.
In that case,
I just didn't see that question.
yeah. I wonder if, in that case, wondering why the sword is bendy. It might be a little bit bendy because sometimes if you leave like resin prints in the isopropyl alcohol a little bit too long
It'll
at
curl.
the end of the printing process,
Whatever.
they can get a little bit flexy. But it is a cool model, and you've done a nice job, Sam. Good work.
Very nice. Good job, everybody.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you
indeed.
for posting. These are all pictures from our Facebook group.
Yep.
Painting happy little minis.
Painting happy little minis.
We have a good time there,
Yes.
sharing our progress.
Definitely.
Recently, we had about 15 new members.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Excellent. So we're still on our journey towards 2,000.
Correct. Slowly making our way.
So many fine lines with this gold. I'm sorry I have not been contributing to my whimsical conversations as I normally do, guys. I've been focusing.
Focused. Super focused.
So focused. Her skirt, all the seams are gold.
Yeah. There's a lot of gold
Yeah.
on that.
But it looks really nice.
It's also one of the reasons why I didn't say I'd like to take Diana.
I
Yeah.
was asking
'Cause I
at the
knew.
beginning.
I just knew that so much gold.
Well, I perfectly content with how Diana is finishing up.
I think she's looking great. Very cool.
Josh Potter says, 2 ways to fix a bendy sword: hot air or hot water, then ice water.
Yep.
Or cut it off and replace it with a piece of sprue.
Or acrylic rod. Yep. I haven't had enough experience sort of messing around with 3D printed materials, but the first technique definitely works for cast resin, without a doubt. Usually I don't use ice water to do the setting, because you use the hot water or the hot air to get it nice and bendy and flexible. I usually just I have concrete countertops in my kitchen, so I use that because they're nice and usually fairly cold. So I just lay the thing that's supposed to be straight against those and hold it in place, which you can try. So I don't know if we can see that there. Starting to move towards that strawberry blonde kind of look,
Oh, yeah. It looks good.
so not too bad.
People in the chat are talking about how to paint stormtroopers.
All right.
And Chris says, I guess, he's talking to you, Gretchen, I guess not all that glitters is gold with that many.
Yep.
It's not been too horrible. I really do like how she's coming out for painting something with a time limit like we do. I really do like how her skin tone came out, and I like how her face doesn't look too bad. And I think it's all coming together rather nicely.
I would agree.
As I say, as I then immediately get some gold on her boot. But that's fine.
No.
Because you know what I have? Fingernails at the moment.
Yay.
So she's not looking too shabby. For once, I'm not feeling rushed. The power of Wonder Woman, guys.
What's nice about these minis is they're a pretty big scale. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that also helps.
even though they have tiny details, they're still relatively large compared to other things.
I know what's in here. There it is. Cool. Okay.
Go.
I'm going to have to change some of my thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah. Originally I said I was going to do some glazes on some of her like gray outfit there, to add in the purple and the blue and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how much of that I'm going to be able to get to in time, so I might just have to do a black wash and then a couple of highlights. Not sure if I got that. Let's try it. There we go. What I'm doing now is, rather than just painting her, well, sort of all the areas that are going to be silver, I would normally paint them black first, and then paint them silver, maybe hit them with a wash and then a highlight. But right now I'm mixing in silver into the black so that I can just do a couple of highlights from there. So it'll hopefully save me a step, and in particular a wash step, which takes a little bit longer to dry. So here we have 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Minutes, folks.
We can do it. So this is where we go a little bit quiet.
And I can
And Leona
play some
promises not to.
music.
And Leona's like,
Leona plays
please,
some
guys,
music."
chat. Go, go, go.
Do you want me to play some music? I did it last time.
Yeah?
Was it fun and interesting? Interesting.
I know, it's kind of strange because we can't hear it here in the studio.
I know. I can hear it though.
Yeah.
It's what counts.
I'm telling you, we need those little we
Singing
need those
again?
headphones.
No. Music time, yes. Singing, no.
Did you say singing?
Yeah, that's what someone wanted.
Right.
Although when I was talking to you about Meet Me in St. Louis,
Yeah.
I did want to sing. I wanted to sing.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't.
You didn't? You should have.
Live your dreams, Leona.
Live my dreams. It's a good musical. It's a good musical. You should watch it.
Okay.
Benny Hill theme. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay. We're getting there.
Oh, this song's only 3 minutes long. I don't really like this one.
What are you finding? Are you searching for music now?
Yes.
Are you searching for royalty-free music?
No, I have some already.
Okay.
Ooh, this is very dramatic. It's hard to hear.
I like drama. Drama music. Let's go. We got this.
Okay. And bring out the trusty
Sounds very epic.
Nuln oil. And I'm also going to add a little bit of dark Prussian blue.
Fancy.
Yep, getting fancy. Indeed. And some water. There we go. So just because it should help everything there. Oh, did you want to? Sorry. Can you go back to the what I'm mixing? There we go.
Yep.
So you can see that dark blue, thin. Got quite a bit of blue and black in there for the shading. So I'm going to run that on a sword. dry on the sword and come back and do some highlights along the edges. That just adds a little bit of blue in there. And then for Mala, I'm going to put this over all of the grey and the silver. So there'll be certain areas that, like her, sort of the skirt, I won't need to come back and highlight. But her bodice I can come back and highlight in that with a lighter grey. Just sort of separate the two.
I'm just doing a black wash over her shield. Getting all those little bits.
Why do they always do this? Why do they always pick two models to do and then work on them both?
Because you're an overachiever.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is? You could be right. Okay. I said I wasn't going to put a wash on the blades, but god damn it, I am.
I don't know. I thought about putting a wash over the gold, but then I was like, you know what? She's Wonder Woman.
She doesn't need it?
She doesn't need it.
She needs
She
to
just needs
shine.
the bright sparkling gold.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got this nice long blade here. I'm going to get...
I mean, she's magic, technically. Like, there's a lot of magic going in for that.
True.
That's true. So here I'm just putting some gunmetal, which is the base, kind of the base color that I used. Putting that along the edges. There. I'll let that dry for a little bit. Oh. Don't drop your models, folks.
Number one rule, Dave.
Don't drop your models. So while the wash is drying on the blades, I'm just picking out the braces and also her little, I don't even know what it's called, her headband.
Yeah, because it's not really a crown.
Yeah,
A tiara?
it's the sort of the headband with mutton chops.
I'm sure there's an actual name for it.
Yeah. Armored mutton chops. That's what they are.
Well, that's what they are now, forever.
That made me laugh. That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. So just quickly, I'm going to get some of the Army Painter Shining Silver. Look how bright that is. So bright you can't even read it. Shining Silver. There we go. So this is very bright. It's not quite as bright as Vallejo aluminum.
So the Vallejo silver was bright, bright, bright.
Yeah.
I put some black wash over that, and it didn't even, like...
Didn't even dent it.
I mean, it definitely filled in, like, the cracks and stuff so you can see a lot of the details, but it didn't really dull anything. It still looks like armor that a paladin or something would wear.
Oh.
All right, I'm done.
Yay!
She is complete.
She looks good.
Yes, I don't know.
You can just, yeah.
I'm
hold up.
moving, you're moving, we're all
Cool.
moving. We'll take an actual picture of her.
I will post up the finished photos in the group so that everyone can see.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll even post them on social media.
And
Media.
just because my wash is still drying, I'm going to paint the base on this one now. Nubia will be entirely finished.
Woohoo.
All right, folks. We are getting to the end of our show.
No!
Will
Almost
Dave
there.
make it? Yes, tell
You
us.
can do it, Dave.
Tell us if you're still watching.
Is anybody still watching?
Oh, they were talking about The Shiny.
The Shining.
No.
Shiny. You're
We'll talk
really
about
really
that
excited about
next.
horror movie things.
Next episode, Dave.
Next episode, The Shining.
The Shining. Let's talk about. Everything next time can be creepy twins.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. There we go.
All right.
She's done.
Woohoo! You
Woo!
finished.
Mala's probably about
2
another
minutes
15
over.
Yay!
Marvelous.
All right.
Awesome. So cool. Thank you very much for that.
You got to finish. Beautiful.
Yay, she's done.
Claps.
We'll make sure to get some pictures of these and put them up so you guys can actually see them, not from a distance.
Yep. Not socially distanced.
Not socially distanced minis. But yeah, that was Wonder Woman Challenge of the Amazons miniatures from Ravensburger. And it is out now.
It is indeed. Head to
So-
your local game store. Give them a call. Do carside pickup, curbside pickup.
I saw this on this show.
Get them to mail it to you.
I need it
don't
now.
know. So many different things. So many different ways you can do it.
Make sure that if you are not part of the Painting Happy Little Minis Facebook group, you go ahead and join that so we can hit 2,000. And you post up your minis because we want to see what you're painting and we want to talk about it on the show. And Leona chooses those every Wednesday. So you got time. Paint something by next Wednesday. Put it up.
Yep.
Get it done.
There you go.
Show us what you're made of.
Challenge.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
Well, you know, I figured I had been nice telling everyone how much we love all their minis. So now we're just gonna throw the
Now it's
mini paintbrush down.
Tough love time.
Yeah.
Tough love time. Fantastic.
Send us your minis. So yeah, make sure you are part of the Painting Happy Little Minis Facebook page group. It's up on Facebook, really easy to find. And that's all. Do you have anything, Dave?
No.
No,
You
all
got it
right then. Well,
Thank you very much.
I'm Gretchen,
I'm Dave.
and we'll see you at your friendly local game store.